Hi, welcome to Money Sex Power. We are learning success. Remember, success can be taught and can be learned. So it is important that we learn success from the successful people. When you buy the book Money Sex Power, I tell you, you make the greatest mentor as your teacher, and this book will change your destiny. Written 3000 years before, it is written to the young people of this generation and the young at heart. If you are teachable, you can buy the book and you can be with us. Today is day 2. We'll read from chapter 2, verse 1. Before we read, I just want to say a few things. The first thing we need in our life is security. Everybody wants security. We get educated so that education will get us security, or we try to earn money so that money will become security. There are so many ways we are actually searching for security, and we also search for safety and protection from events, from happenings, and from the bad people. Many times people wonder how I can protect myself from the bad people, bad situations. I'll tell you, security, safety, very high concern, but the answer for these two we will learn today. Here it says, for security and safety, the number one thing which we need to do is this. Here it says, my son, if you receive my words and treasure up my commandments with you, then you will have safety and security. That's what the word says. Here it says, my son. So that means this word is said by a father to a son. Please understand. Here he says, if you receive my words and treasure up my commandments with you. Okay? Now, here is a father who is telling a son, you have to receive my words and you have to keep my commands as a treasure. Now, before we get into what receive means, what command means, what safety means, what security means, we should find out what father means to a son. Today, in the whole world, there is a great strain between every father and son. There are so many sons who do not listen to their fathers. And there are so many fathers who have done so much of wrongs so that the sons are not able to connect with them. Many times the fathers and the sons, they have a generation gap, or they have a sinful gap, or they have some other, geographical gap. There is some gap which always squeezes between a father and a son. So this needs to be rectified. So if you are a son, you draw close to your daddy. If you are a father, you draw close to your son, because the son-father relationship is one of the greatest security which can come inside the human beings. When a son has no father, I tell you, he feels insecure. When a daughter has no father, she feels insecure. So father-son relationship is a very, very important relationship. Many times the earth glorifies the relationship a son has with a mother. I don't undermine that. It is very beautiful. Sons have or daughters have a very good relationship with the mother. It's okay. It's all beautiful. But the truth is, it cannot compensate for a man's relationship with his son. That is very unique. That's why you need to first know who your father is. There are 3 kinds of fathers. There are many different kinds of fathers. 3 kinds we'll learn today. One is God. God is a father. God is not a boss. Every religion teaches God as a boss, but it's not true. God goes ahead of religion. He is a father. And there is another father called natural father who gives birth to us. Okay? He takes care of us when we are small. The third father is a spiritual father. That means he has not given birth to you, but he is the person who coaches you for life. Sometimes your natural father can also be your spiritual father. If your natural father is the one who is coaching you for life, then he can also be a spiritual father or a life father. Now, sometimes You need a father who will coach you for business, or a particular game, or for a particular event, or for a particular laboratory methodology. There can be a father who can coach you for that. Okay, so first and foremost, you should understand who your father is, and you need to receive your father. When you do not receive your father, you don't receive his words. Always the person is received, not the words. The words come later. If you don't receive a person, no matter what that person says, you will not receive it. That's why many sons, even though their fathers are wise and very capable, the sons gain nothing from the father because they have not received from the father. They don't receive the father. Thereby, they don't receive their words. My friends, let me ask you a simple question. If you are a student, which subject you have scored the most? Now, generally what happens, if we score very much in a particular subject, it only means that we have a teacher, or the teacher who is teaching that we like. So generally students, when they like the teacher, they score well in that subject. If they hate the teacher or don't like the teacher, I tell you, they fare poorly. Why? When you don't receive a person, you don't receive his word. That's why you cannot quarrel or fight or undermine your father. Your father is very important. Not everybody become fathers. Fathers are God the Father, a natural father, or a mentor. Now coming back to the point, my son, if you receive my words. So, father's words need to be received. The reception of the word actually tells everybody how much respect is given to the person who has delivered that message, and how much far distance you will go with the help of the word. It depends upon the reception of that word. And treasure up my commandments with you. Now here it says, receive my words and treasure my commandments. That means there is something which is called as a command, which need to be treasured, means locked up and preserved. The words have to become a lifestyle. It should be locked inside the khajana of your heart. That's what it means. Treasure up my commandments with you. Now rules are different, commandments are different. Rules can be broken. Commandments cannot be broken. See, some of the commandments, if you really want security, you need to have the commandment, and the commandment need to be obeyed. If you really want safety, you need to have the words, and the words need to be obeyed. So we need to receive the words of the Father and treasure up his commands inside of us, so that we can bring safety and security in our life. Thank you for listening to this episode. I wish you all the best. We will meet tomorrow at the same time. God bless you.